welcome back. Welcome back. It's Team Fortress TV. Who knew? Who knew? We leave and we come back.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah, we're back here for the lower bracket final, or is it?
Yes, lower bracket final. You got it right. zeFrosty. I should probably introduce myself as well if you don't know who I am. I'm TurboTabs. You can even see that thing right there. So, yep. Follow me on Twitter. Do you go on Twitter much, zeFrosty?
Not particularly,
Not particularly, though.
I mean, I try to when I can, but
yeah, I feel bad. I don't really use Twitter at all, but that's what the professional casters do anyway. We use Twitter.
So much useful information on there that I seem to be missing out on. I mean, you never know what you're going to find on there, but I normally stick to Team Fortress TV, the pinnacle of any gaming forum.
Delicious plug. Anyway, like you were saying, this is the lower bracket final. This is going to be our final match of the day, at least here on Team Fortress TV. I know you're thinking, what about the grand final? Well, we've got something installed for you, especially just for that a little bit later. We'll announce more details about that just a little bit later on. In the meanwhile, I've actually got the map picks and bans that are already on screen. Ooh. Good job, Dashner, for doing that ahead of me. So I'm going to bring up these bans just for you, zeFrosty. So
excellent.
I believe it started off with news banning first. So they actually banned out Badlands.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that was they had a dreadful showing in the last game.
Yeah, I was watching it earlier, and they looked like they were holding their own most of the match, but towards the end it kind of sort of fell apart for them, and it seemed Nerd Rage just kind of got the better of them. They weren't winning any mids on that map whatsoever, I think. Yeah. There was very few times where Honey got out to last alive, and I think there was one situation I remember specifically. He was the last alive, and I think all of the Nerd Rage players just chased him into their lobby, and there was just nothing that they could do to salvage any of these mids from Nerd Rage. Yeah, you're completely right. I think I had a little talk with News after, and he just said that they didn't really scrim that much at the map that much. I mean, Badlands is a map kind of everyone knows, so it's if there's one that you probably think you can get away with skipping, it's probably Badlands. Yeah. So they were just like, we'll skip that. And when they did end up playing, it was like, oh god, we're pretty terrible at this map. We should just not play it. So, you know, not waste any time on it. The second ban came in, well, the next two bans came in from the Frenchies, the Brocante? I'm probably butchering that. Brocante golfers, I don't know. That's what I've been
they banned out Product, which was a very nice showing from Wind Tunnel Tactic, so expected. And the ban for Snakewater as well, I think that's just a map that they're not too comfortable with. I think they picked that as their home map, and like a lot of teams this tournament, they're not very good at knowing what they're good at. Yeah, no, that was definitely one of those strange things. I think Wind Tunnel Tactics, they picked Gully Wash as their home map, and I'm pretty sure the vast majority of the games they played on there, they were just getting absolutely nothing out of it. I don't think they won a single match on it yesterday. There was 2 draws, and then they lost to Nerd Rage. I'm fairly sure that's what their results were. But either way, I mean, it does kind of show that anything can happen on LAN. You might think when you're coming up to the event that there's a map that you're specifically very strong at, but when it comes to push comes to shove, maybe it's not what you're expecting to come out of. So the other map that we had banned out was Gully Wash, which was just a map that again, News didn't feel very good on. Well, not just News, not picking out him. I was talking with him, and that was just, again, as a map, they thought they were very strong on it. They're very bad. So it seems the majority of their picks was just like banning things out that they're not good at, not really trying to counter or target the enemy team at all, just focusing on themselves. Whilst the enemy team, they kind of done a sweet spot of both. They kind of banned out a map they're not good at, but also targeted a good map for the enemy team as well. So, I mean, overall, I think I prefer that approach, you know, like two-prong approach, where I think, especially with a map like Product as well, where they had a very, very strong showing, and that was the map they actually lost out very cleanly, because they keep in mind, these teams have faced off before in the earlier tournament. Yeah, they were, I do believe they had quite a close showing against each other in the group stages, but in that, what was it, the upper bracket semi-final that they had against each other, it was pretty close on the first map, and Wind Tunnel Tactics sort of slowly edging it out, but when it came to Product, I mean, it just seemed like the flow of map was just completely in their favour. I don't think there was a single member of that team that was with a less than 2 KD at least, and they were sort of pushing them back, and it ended in, I'm pretty sure, as a clean 3-0 and barely any time on the point for the enemy team. I mean, not to change the subject or anything, but I just saw FMAP, he just squeezed in here and just tried to get his TF2 connection plug in. Well played, sir. It's
any shameless plug that you can get, you might as well,
yeah.
you know?
I know we don't care about our advertising space, so you can put anything back here. Just eat at Joe's.
Yeah,
you know,
as long as it's safe for work. Family-friendly stream, as always.
Yeah. So, the first pick that went to, I believe it was the Frenchies, was the process map. It seems like quite a French favourite.
Yeah,
throughout
definitely.
this land.
I mean, we do see that a lot of the Frenchies are favouring the sniper class. Like, I don't know if it's just because in the past that's what the French teams have done. They've sort of liked getting their off classes, and
it's the glow with Flippy.
Yeah, Flippy. Everyone wants to be him. And on that process map, there's so many long sight lines. Like, you can see like right into the enemy chokes and pretty much everywhere. So it's just a really standout map for those kind of off classes, and I think they've been really favouring it. I mean, Untitled Tactics, I'm fairly sure Funds is a decent sniper, but I think his scout is just so much better that it's not really worth it.
I think I'm quoting Byte like once upon a time. Hello, hello.
Oh. This is
what happens. People just like put things in front of me, and I'm just.
If it's a baguette, whether it's wine, whether it's cheese, anything.
Yeah, it's a good thing they've kept it quite PG so far. It could have
been pure ketamine.
Oh no, not cocaine, not again.
Oh, damn. I would feel rude not to. Oh yeah. But yeah.
So, process, strong French map. Second pick was for News. His little band of merry men, and wow, even showing off the wine choice here. It's like a mixture between a video game stream and a restaurant.
Yeah, just anything.
Excellent choice, Master Dashner. Yes, I'll have that in the ice bucket.
Yeah, I think we were just putting it in front of the camera, see if maybe Twitch chat has any suggestions whether we've got a good wine choice or not. You know,
yeah.
Maybe there's a
Twitch chat are known for their connoisseurs in wine. But yeah, the second map, which Untitled Tactics picked out, were the Reckoner. I think basically they're just going through the rosters of the map list at this point and going like, we must be good at some of these.
We haven't played that one yet. Surely it can't be as bad.
And talking to the News, his little strategy behind it was like, well, they knew that if they get the Granary pick, which was the final pick in the end, they knew that they would take this definitely either 2-0 or 2-1, either way. But if they pick Reckoner second, they'll get basically some practice in on the map, and they get to decide whether or not that's a strong map for them or a good map or etc. Which is quite smart, very smart. I guess choosings of the map.
Yeah, I guess the order there is pretty good because we saw them on Granary earlier. I'm not really too sure how their showing was because I was still in my bed, but still. I think it was 2-1.
They beat Nerd Rage on it.
Yeah, 2-1 against Nerd Rage. So, I mean, if they're beating the favourite of this LAN on any map, really is just a good showing, to be honest. I mean, 2-1, very close game. But we've seen Nerd Rage have been showing up in pretty much every fixture that they've had so far, barely losing more than 2 or 3 rounds in any game that they've played so far. So winning a map against them is definitely going to be giving them a bit of a boost in morale. And coming into the grand final and into this lower bracket.
It would be nice because that means I think we do have a full circuit of the map as well. There's usually those LAN taboos where you usually have one like stray map that doesn't get picked at all, and then we never see it all tournament. But at least with this, we're guaranteed to see every single map at this this French LAN, which is always nice to see.
Well, you always want to see that. I mean, there's no point in putting a map in the map pool if nobody wants to play it. It's just
sideshow,
sideshow. Yeah. Looking at you here. Someone clip that and send it to him on Steam, please. Just it's good to see that every map is definitely getting played because. We want to see
there's a sign
as much action
of a strong, healthy map pool.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, all the maps so far, I think there's none that you could really pick out and say this one is definitively worse. But a lot of people argue Granary. Even then, it's still a good map.
I think it just flavours of the month. They keep changing back and forth. I mean, once upon a time, people hated Snakewater.
That's true.
It's barely changed, and people are like, no, it's our favourite map now.
Well, I think. I don't know if I remember correctly, Cadis was one of the people that, despite being very good at it, just did not like it at all.
Yeah, I think he made a statement about that a while ago, about why his views changed. I wish I could remember it, paraphrase him a little bit better. But we're talking about all these bro teams. We're talking about Untitled Tactics, but we haven't really formally introduced them. How rude of us, zeFrosty. So I'm going to bring in some little team pages. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some additional stats, a little bit more. So let me see if I can find it.
Excellent.
Right, so let me punch in the magical password there, and voila, you should see it amongst your stream round about now. Any second. See, like magic, like seamless magic. Now, because of these very two French names, they've actually gone off the edge of the of our things. Gentleman John did not calculate for this possibility, it seems. The French are, you know, when they come up with titles, they come up with stories, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose one thing that we can really point out here is just if you look at Alien Smiley's kill percentage, he's up there at nearly 30%. He's come putting the team on his back. Yeah,
like a dustpan and brush, hasn't he? He's just clean-up crew.
Yeah, just that's what you really want to be seeing out your scouts, though. Is just that that ability to tear through the enemy team without putting in too much effort.
Really capitalizing off of Dahl and Elacore, whilst on the other side of things, it's kind of like a little bit of the opposite almost. I mean, you do really see Funz. He is a bit of a clean-up crew in a way, but he offers a lot more to the team in the sense of just raw damage and contribution to his team as well. Same with Zesty. He's got a very high ratio of that, but strangely, like I think he even goes to show how much that... wait, this is a bit weird. Funz is on there twice.
I think for some reason...
That can't be right.
Yeah, I think
Pappy's called himself Funz at some point.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so thanks, Pappy.
One of the other scouts, Chris, probably named himself Pappy for whatever reason.
Yeah, they're all there. You can see we're looking at the background, the actual inner workings. You have to just trust my word for it.
Yeah, but so Pappy on there is Chris _ and Funz is actually Pappy.
They're a bunch of little trolls. So
no consideration for the report.
Twitch chat, please just close your eyes and just pretend that
everything is perfect.
Yes. Which is quite contrasting, really, seeing the difference between Funz and Chris at this event. I mean, he has picked up recently, like in this second day.
Yeah.
But I never realized it was this much of a gap. Do you think it just comes down to like the different roles they play in the team between like that pocket scout and that roaming scout?
I mean, you've got to look at the facts where Chris is a high roamer and Funz is a prime scout, so he's going to be way more comfortable on the class. And Chris is kind of just he's off-classing for this land, so he's not in his I mean,
he's not done too bad. There was a point in the Nerd Rage game earlier where like Chris was like peating out 1v1s. I saw him like winning 3v1s at some point. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, he's definitely got the raw damage ability, and he's got a fairly good game sense on the class to turn up at this LAN, and he's been doing really well so far. But I think as he is the roaming scout, and Funz has been taking a lot of the Ubers for his team, he's been really leading, putting the team on his back almost, trying to sort of every time they're going in through chokes and sort of things, he's leading through and getting as much damage as he possibly can. Maybe Chris is just sort of hanging on the back lines with Pappy, just trying to get some sort of crucial picks rather than doing that raw damage ability.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we've pulled out as much information as we can from this particular report. I feel like I've got just one little hidden report out there. I'm going to bring out some of these team pictures because I don't think I've really used them that too much. I just want to show off the tactics picture just one last time, because I did slave away at getting all these gamers organized and brought together just to show this picture of them together. Look at the solidarity between these gamers. They're here to claim some land back from the French.
They want to win. With how they're positioned, you can tell. That's some prem positioning right there.
Now, I wish I had a picture of Bro to show you as well. They did ask me if they wanted to do the team picture in the end, but I thought it was maybe a little bit too much trouble. So, but I will give a quick flash of their little report as well. Yeah, so you just got the little placeholder image there instead.
That's what they look like in real life.
They're just that committed to the game. They're anonymous gamers.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think it'll be quite interesting to see here, because the players on the Bros have been doing really well. I think Dahl is definitely one to watch. He's been putting in a lot of work and is definitely, I think of all the people on his team, it's definitely Alien and Dahl that are going to be showing up big. Elacore has been doing great at this LAN as well, but I think the other two.
I think it's been the I think when people went into this LAN event, at least as a spectator or of any kind, they kind of thought like, okay, it's going to basically be Nerd Rage and Wind Tunnel Tactics. They're going to be facing off, and the other two teams are just going to be like meandering about. But Bro have kind of turned up, really. I've even seen them take like a decent showing to, as we actually, I think we are going into it. Our first map of the evening will be Process.
Yeah, and to sort of extend on that, hopefully we can see them put in some big work here. But on this mid, we're going to be seeing News getting in quite early, but he's not going to commit to that pack. Elcor doing his classic rollout through that sewer area, and just the whole of the blue team swarming that right side, just taking height advantage, getting like good spam damage. It looks like News is going down pretty weak, but Doll is actually the first one to fall, and Funds and Chris cleaning him up there, but Chris does eventually go down, and now it's just a complete and utter raw DM fight. It looks like they've swapped sides on this mid, while Red are getting some good cap time. If they don't watch out, then Blue are going to be stranded in the wrong choke with a combo of Elikor, Raph and Alien. Need to do something now, or else they're just going to be hung out to dry by the rest of their team. This is such an odd mid. Both the combos are still alive, but Red team have captured the middle point, meaning those spawners are going to come in a little bit quicker, and if they just stall it out here, they can potentially take this mid and kill off the combo.
I think that's the most patient mid of Process I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just, both teams just did not want to get involved with one another, and I mean, I guess you could kind of give credit to the Wind Tunnel Tactics. They did yield like the midpoint, so they had no real reason to push across. As long as they just focus on the objective gaming, you can see the kills are just kind of dominoing at this point now. They do eventually back off with Raph healing up Glenn, so he's going to get that overcharge somewhat soon, but there is a shy little advantage on Honey, but I extremely doubt he's going to push that advantage.
Yeah, we saw there that they traded Ubers on that midpoint after Wind Tunnel Tactics capped it off, but Raph doing really well to sort of escape there with his life after being in such an awkward position with the spawners coming in from the red side, and only a demo man and a scout to protect him, but it looks like they're just wanting to turtle up on this last. They've got Clem up on that sentry, and I don't think they want to rush this too much. If they just want to try and peek in, get maybe a sack in. It looks like Pappy is actually already in last, taking down the sentry gun there. Sorry, that was yeah, zeFrosty using that distraction to perfection, just taking down the sentry gun. But both the soldiers are now down on this side of Wind Tunnel Tactics, and I think that is what they were looking to get. Maybe try and force them to come out, and then once these spawners come up, they'll try and collapse on them.
I'm not so sure about this double soldier feedback in. I mean, Pappy is here quite a short amount of time, so maybe it was the call to make, as long as he returns to the fight. But Honey, he gets launched forward, but a nice surf from him to keep himself out of danger from any of Doll's rockets. So the Ubers will stay pretty much even at this point, and things are just going to slow down yet again.
Yeah, we did see there Alien actually was caught out in IT, but somehow slipping his way through as the push does come in from zeFrosty. They're just slowly walking in on this right side, trying to get some spam damage. Chris taking down Dream, and who's actually started taking down Dream, and they're just going to be trying to get this exchange. Caught out. Oh no.
Oh, has he? He's running away. He's still alive. Nobody's really... He's linked back with a soldier, but he's going to get taken out as well. And yeah, they're drawing enough aggro that Funds and Chris can actually do some work. The sword is out for Chris again. This is turning somewhat into a signature move from him. He's just cutting people left, right and center.
Yeah, that was really good from Honey there to sort of surf that damage and stay alive for his team. I mean, the mechanics of this man have been so good at this LAN so far. I mean, if it's just him holding Ubers in situations he knows he doesn't need to pop, and his movement around the map, he's so good at surfing rockets and just making sure he stays with his team and keeping those crucial heals up on that last point so they could just work it out in the end. But going on to the second mid, we do see Pappy actually going very aggressive onto the crate, trying to steal that health pack, stopping Elikor from getting any sort of mid. But it's just the same sort of mid again, where they're sort of edging each other out, just swapping sides. They do launch Pappy and zeFrosty in, trying to get some sort of distraction play for Funds and Chris, and it does look like it's worked out well. Alien and Doll have fallen, but yeah, again, it's just one team capping up the point, but there's nothing they can do. No players on the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics have died, and it's just Clem left it on his own to 1v1, 1v3 a few teams here.
I mean, he almost made it work there, almost took out Pappy, but these crossbows of Honey have been absolutely on point this LAN. Again, like you said, those mechanics just holding, just doing wonders for the Wind Tunnel Tactics team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if your medic isn't hitting arrows, then it's going to be very difficult for you. But we do see the uber charge from Honey coming into this last point, just trying to get some positioning around the point. They haven't taken down the sentry quite yet. It does eventually fall to Pappy, and they're just going to be playing this point. And all the players from the Bros are just collapsing onto the point, taking so much damage, and the pipes from News just cleaning them up, and that is going to be a second round to Wind Tunnel Tactics. Absolutely stellar play from there.
Wow, this is looking extremely dominant from them so far. And keep in mind, this was the pick for Brocante. So I don't think this is boding well for them. This might be turning into a 2-0 sweep if it keeps going at this pace.
Definitely, yeah. It looks like Wind Tunnel Tactics have figured out this map, or at least got some sort of positioning and idea of what they want to be doing. But we do see here Pappy has gone so deep behind, and he's actually on the mid here, seeing if he can get anything. Going to sync up with his team, and Elikor and Raf are going to be falling to his rockets. Absolutely very heads-up play from him there, using the rest of his team pushing across that point. Is a great distraction to come in behind and take down those crucial picks and stop any sort of chance of them taking this third mid. And again, the scouts on the side, Chris and Funds, are just really tearing it apart right now.
Jesus. It seems like they can't run, they can't hide. Funds will find you and Funds will kill you. But what do you do at this point? I mean, it feels like anything they've attempted so far on the side of Bro has been just bad.
I know they do opt to take that right side mid every single time. I think Elikor was a bit unfortunate that Pappy decided to go through on that one mid he went through rollout, but it just kind of seems like they need to maybe try and play more tight as a combo. It seems like combo of Funds and Zesty and Honey are just too strong for them right now, but we do see a 100% uber charge advantage coming in for the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics. Zesty actually opting to pop it off. He's not taking any chances with the Alien Snipe there. Funds getting taken down by Elikor, getting a wee bit dropped in that uber charge. Unfortunate on the side for Funds, but there is a sentry gun that's still alive. I don't know how they used that entire uber and weren't able to take it off. But
oh wow, they actually got the pick onto Clem as well as he rotated around from the other respawn door. Didn't see probably a bit of poor communication there. He should have known that the enemy team was blocking that side. Probably a bad door to actually choose. And the Uber finally comes out for Wrath, but all of his players are practically dead. There's nobody really to take it on. They will focus Honey down with it, but that's just a medic. He's done his job. He's used his Uber, and everybody else is just seeing if they can flock to Wrath instead, or maybe even get a cheeky point. But maybe it was just a tad too cheeky. They will all go down, and they have to give up the second point now. News still stayed alive during that, and he maybe have just a little bit of time to put some resistance up on second, maybe even a quick sticky trap, but it's just a 3-second basically for Bro. Yeah,
that was a bit unfortunate for them there. They didn't quite focus down that medic fast enough. They got a lot of picks, but it was the combination of that scout and Raf just completely denying that Uber, waiting for denying that push, sorry, and getting this crucial spawns in time for them. But yeah, we did see Wind Tunnel Tactics. I think what they were trying to do is just get as many kills with the Uber as possible, and then they had really good positioning after the Uber, but unfortunately Raf bringing that Uber out and saving it for his team, really just making sure that he stays alive in that push. So definitely some good positioning from him there, but again it's just a second hold for Brocante right now, and we do see Zesty just jumping in, trying to get some sort of spam damage, doing some sort of distraction play, getting out with his life somehow. I mean, don't know how he was allowed to just walk in there, see everything that was going on, and then escape. But we do see actually quite a few people shaping up. News and Chris were looking to try and maybe peek that sewer area, but in the end they just decided to come back to this choke.
Yeah, everyone's just well spread on the side of Bro. They don't really want to. Oh, I think there's a bomb going in now. They're trying to hit Zesty, hit Pappy, but two double soldier bomb. Pappy went behind for a little bit, and the Uber was eventually forced out. There's just way too much for them to deal with, and Elikor went in for some reason. I guess he wants to gone aggressive at choke, trying to keep them out. And now, as they try to pick up the pieces with the remaining of the remaining remnants of that Uber, they just kind of go into the budding arms of Funds and his Uber charge state. He gets some nice kills on the board, and even Raf got cleaned up after all that. So this might even turn into a round for them.
Yeah, just Elikor and Dream actually hit on the defense here. That was such a good play. They sent both their soldiers in, and they were stayed alive long enough to get that force, and it just completely turned it around for them after they got all those picks with that Uber. Funds taking the brunt of that Uber right into their face and just completely crushing them.
Man, I know it looks like 3-0 on the board, but you know, this must be, it must feel like a 50-0 in your mind right now when you're just so sad, and it's very demoralizing as a team. But I bet there needs to be somebody that's going to step up from this team to kind of bring the morale back for Bro.
I think they need some sort of crazy play. The momentum is definitely not on their side right now. Only 10 minutes in, 3-0 down. They've got to really figure out what they're doing. But we do see the red team actually opting to take this left side rather than going the right. And it seems to be working out really well for them. They completely destroy Raph and Dream, and now the heals were up for them for a while, but Honey has been taken down, and now they've just been completely destroyed. They all committed to that left-hand side, and it looked really good at the start, but they just didn't have the position after that. And now it's just Pappy alive. He's picked up Doll, but no more kills for him on this middle point.
That's all the DM after. It seems very fragmented coming out from Windrunner Tactics. They just, I swear, if they just link it up just a little, like a couple half a seconds a bit earlier with one another, the coordination will work out much better, and they could get some of these kills pumped out. But at the moment, they're just kind of lemoning in.
Yeah, they got off that middle point, but I think they tried to get a wee bit too aggressive. Raph not having the heals up for them. Pappy decided to do a big skip jump through, and Alien is just absolutely obliterated, and they're definitely going to want to try and make something of this.
As well. It's already a dog's dinner with a fight, but they're holding on actually. Doll kind of overextended. Dream's going to go down as well, but he gets the trade onto Funds and a pipe from Elikor. They needed that pipe. And keep in mind, they've got the respawners on their side, zeFrosty.
Yeah, I have to just point out there that Honey was 1v1ing a soldier and surfed up onto the little rock. Very good play from him, just keeping himself alive, but it's not enough to stop the Raph and Elikor combo. Trying to get in here, push them out of the second point. One scout, Clem, getting right onto Honey, takes him down.
Firing at him?
Yeah, they had two soldiers right in front of his face, and Clem just W's into him, and that is such a crucial pick. If Raph can just sort of wait for the heals and keep his team alive here, then they're going to get this second point for free. They have 100% Uber advantage, so Wind Tunnel Tactics, this is looking like they're getting back into the game. Wind Tunnel Tactics need to sort of sort out what they're doing if they're going to try and hold off this last. We do see Honey up on the vaccinator, so maybe he can try and get some of those vaccinator charges and save it for his team.
Now, I think Bro had troubles with dealing with this vaccinator in the past, but now they pop off their Uber, and they just need to get some damage laid in, get that Demoman down. Very good. Oh, it's going into fruition, and now they've got they're right on top of them, and by the time they do use the Uber, they've got so much damage at their fingertips that it's very, very, very easy to take out all these players. Very well played by Bro to bring that first round on the board, and it only gets easy from here, zeFrosty. Yeah,
that was really a good headed-up play from them there. They knew that Honey wasn't alive long enough to maybe get enough of those vaccinator bubbles, and they just sort of go in as soon as they can, make sure that they're not getting any of those resistances to stop the damage. But going on to this fifth mid here, we do see Elikor is absolutely stuffed back in his choke, getting no position whatsoever on this mid, and Wind Tunnel Tactics going to take on the right hand side, trying to just spam out some kills if they can. We do see that one of the scouts going very low. Clem actually dying.
Oh, what a pipe! What a pipe!
Oh my god, Elikor absolutely destroying house here. He does eventually go down to Funds, but he's just completely carried that mid for his team, and now it's just Pappy yet again. He's the only one alive for his team, getting cleaned up by Alien, and that's a second mid going the way of the Bros.
Okay, so they're even going to start sending some players already ahead whilst capping off that mid. That's a wise decision. They can maybe even get some fancy little picks here and there, but they should be a little bit wise to it over on Windrunner Tactics. They're not even going to push out from second too much. They've already got that vaccinator ready to go, but we've seen this scenario before, zeFrosty. It didn't work so well the first time.
Yeah, I mean, they do have 2 vaccinator bubbles up this time, maybe potentially 3, so maybe they can try and make something work of it. But if they just play the same way that they did last time, it looks like they're trying to shape up to take that left-hand side. Yeah, they're coming in right now, getting onto the unvaccinated players, seeing if they can get some damage. But actually, Alien is the first to fall. News getting some really good picks there, and this is just a complete and utter car crash of a push. All the players on the side of Brocante are dying, and Honey's actually opted to switch back to that Uber charge, and he knows that this is such a good position for his team. There was no casualties on the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics whatsoever, so great cleanup work and great focus fire from them. I'm
very surprised they didn't push somebody from a different side of the map there, because they all went through that one doorway. It was very easy to kite them like all that aggression away. When somebody was jumping forward, they only had to look in one direction, and it was very easy for the team to just focus fire that one player that took the step forward.
Yeah, definitely. But we're going on to... Looks like they're rolling this right out into mid. They've not got any cap time, but the players on the side of Brocante
doesn't matter, got kills.
Dying. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Both the scouts and this... Oh, sorry, not both the scouts. This... Well, yeah, actually, and the soldier have been deceased from here. Alien maybe trying to get some cheeky wee snipe onto Honey, but unable to do it in the end. Honey does spot that trap, just sort of looming about in choke, so they're going to be slowly but surely edging it onto the second point. If they can maybe try and take this, this is a really good
Dream so low. What nice pipes coming out from News there, and good follow up from Funds, and Funds just completely bitch slaps Clem, who tried to even dare go in the face of Honey. So that is an easy second for them.
Yeah, fool me once, my fault, but fool me twice, and yeah, he just wasn't having any of it. Clem not quite being able to just W straight into Honey's face this time, but we do see it. It's an even Uber charge this time, so it was quite good from Raph to kind of survive there and make sure that his team had this Uber for last. But yeah, they're just going to be waiting for the zeFrosty spawn, or maybe he's going to come up on maybe an off class, but looks like this time no spy play coming out of zeFrosty this time.
Saw that Alien was running a sniper for a mere moment there. I thought that would have been a good call, but I don't really see anybody rocking that sniper anymore on these process lasts. I thought it does a great job of pressuring these sorts of Ubers, but I guess with their own Uber they just want to focus on getting that a possible push out quick as possible.
Yeah, at the moment they're just very content. They see that they're 3-1 up and they're taking absolutely no chances, just letting this stalemate, see if they can get a free pick. Does look like zeFrosty's got the Conjurer on right now, maybe trying to spam out and get that built up as quick as he can. They're using the Uber in very aggressively actually, and he's been sort of hung out to dry. If he gets out of this, it'll be very good from zeFrosty. Oh no, just not quite enough. He took that Uber in way too deep, and it was just him, so there was no way that he was able to escape, and that Conjurer really not having any effect for his team right there.
Yeah, I know this team, Windrunner Tactics, have a high respect for all these Uber trades, but I mean, whilst they do pull off these Uber trades quite a lot, I don't know what they try and do with them. They kind of just do it for the sake of it, at least in my eyes. Maybe they want to get like a nice build going or anything like that, but I don't really see them prioritizing any quick building or arrow building or anything of the likes of that. They just kind of do it because it's something to do.
On the contrary, actually, we do see News going back into spawn. I think maybe we might be seeing a play from the Quickie Bomb launcher, and in the end he's just came back up on stickies. No. I'm not 100% sure what the whole point of that was. Then
maybe, to get ammo?
Maybe he did just need some ammo. Oh no, he's on the lock-in load actually.
Oh, okay.
That's maybe something we got to watch out. Maybe he's going to snipe out that sentry.
I don't know what pocket strats you could center around a lock-in load, really.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the extra damage on the sentries, it's not too useful, but I mean, a lot of people do favour it just from the fact that the projectile speed is so much faster. It's easier to hit those pipes, but they are shaping up the combo. Funds, News, and zeFrosty in this lobby area.
Maybe he's just going to bomb in with the... oh, I guess it does take out the sentry gun extremely quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we do see also zeFrosty just... They're not going to have that sentry gun to sort of deny him getting that Conjurer build up. But there is one sentry taken down pretty much immediately by that lock-in load again. So he's definitely working out in his favour. But the force has come out from Raph. Honey drops Funds in that Uber, but also the Conjurer coming out from the team of Wind Tunnel Tactics. And if they're not getting these kills, it's completely useless. Both the scouts down on the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics, and yeah, Brocante looking like they're in such a good position. zeFrosty and News are also going to fall, but it's just not enough if Honey is going to have to try and somehow get out here, caught in between a medic.
It's just wasting time though. Because he's got a longer respawn timer now compared to the rest of his teammates. If he just like killed himself immediately as soon as he knew that he wasn't going to get out. He could maybe have got a better respawn time.
Yeah, potentially, but it does look like Raf actually somehow has gone down in the back lines to, I think, Chris there, just kind of waddling in. So in the end, Honey going to have a slight Uber advantage, and probably not too much, maybe only like 10%, but yeah, it was a really good play from Chris to sort of equalise that Uber charge for his team.
I feel kind of I've let down the stream a bit. There's all these hype moments going on, zeFrosty, and I'm there looking at like a dustbin on the other side of the map. Oh, shaking my head.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just again, you were saying these guys like to go in for trades, but they just like to go through and take DM fights because they feel that their DM is in much better position than the enemy team. But yeah, we do see, I think zeSty are still opting to use this Conjurer. I mean, they're really committed to trying to make this strategy work. So far, it's not worked out too well for them. I mean, one time trying to build it, he's just instantly died, but we do see a slight Uber advantage on the side of Honey. Are they going to maybe try and take this in?
I think it's a bit of a stalemate breaker, really. It's nice to have these options when it comes to moments like this, because sometimes it can really slog on. But then again, if you're up 2 rounds, maybe you want it to slog on. I mean, if you're on the side of Brocante at this point, you're probably thinking, that timer is looking pretty scary round about now. Yeah,
and we do see actually the push is probably going to come through IT. We see both scouts and a soldier in there trying to make some space, and it looks like they are going to come in. Raf not opting to pop off his Uber charge, just oh my god.
What a pipe. That was so bullshit, but what a pipe.
Yeah, that's just the sheer power of the lock and load. You think you're out of range of those crazy pipes, but it's like a projectile. I mean
it's a nuke, it's a mortar strike.
Yeah, the hit scan pipes just going straight into their face, and that is such a good position for them now. They're taking those heals right into last point, and all the players on the side of Brocante are so weak, and if News and Funds taking them all down. Absolutely incredible. News really picking up that slightly bullshit weapon, but making it work and helping his team.
If you're very, very quiet, zeFrosty, and listen to the winds, you can hear the sounds of Kings of Squirrels saying lock and load is a bullshit weapon and you have no skill.
He's come to the land just to let everyone know. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny. Yeah, do you want to take us away on this bit?
All right. I see Pappy as doing what he always does. He's oh, did he catch a pipe?
I think he caught sticky there, yeah, in the middle of the air. But luckily, he's going to get that arrow from his medic.
Like it never happened. He might still go down. Yeah, he goes down anyway. But he's bought enough room for his team to breathe. And look at them. They're making use of the space, taking positional advantage, and they have forced out Bro this mid. So good job, Pappy. I mean, maybe that sticky kind of helped you there.
Yeah, sort of knocked him out of the sight line, I guess, maybe. And it looks like zeSty is really eager to just get in here, but getting completely shut down by those scouts. He just wants to keep launching in, seeing if he can poke him while the rest of his team force off that Uber. And Honey actually exchanges his Uber as well on the point, and it's so much better for the side of Untitled Tactics. If they just keep all their players alive, this is going to be sure a second point. And Raf getting caught down below. Chris just completely following up on zeSty's damage. And this is so bad for the side of Brocante right now. They've got barely any players up on this last point, and if Doll doesn't hit up some crazy shots, this is going to be a 5th round in the side for Untitled Tactics.
What? When they knew they were on the back foot there, they knew that Untitled Tactics had the better Uber, but for whatever reason, they thought, like, we need to go to grass. That is the most safe area right now. And that's like, it might as well be in a trench. It's like a fire pit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's such bad sort of height disadvantage that you've got there. I mean, it's just not going to be working out for them at all. But right now we do see Clem up on the sniper, maybe going to try and get that drop onto Honey, who's been known to be quite ballsy with these Ubers in the past, just maybe showing a little sign of respect, maybe get that drop onto him now. But it looks like they're content to just take it in this lobby left, or lobby area. Trying to make some room, and zeSty actually getting taken down by the Clem sniper. Going to switch back off onto Scout now. He did go up on the soldier for a second there, but yeah, the frags are just coming in now. News getting another one of those lock and load kills, and Funds and Chris just cleaning up house.
Oh, that was tasty. I know it was non-consequential, but it was tasty nonetheless. But I don't know. It just seems sort of strange how they can just do what they like. It doesn't seem like there's any resistance coming out from Brocante.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
that's a very white, plain statement, I know.
Yes. But yeah, I can definitely see that, though. I mean, they're just playing on the top of their game right now. The scouts and News are just putting out so much damage as well, and the soldiers are free to sort of roam around and get what do whatever they want with such a strong combo, but we do see them taking this right side mid. Elikor doing a great job of just completely shutting them down, but Funds getting the pick onto Doll. Oh, Elikor nearly hitting a big pipe, but Alien says no, it's my frag clip.
I think Dream might be caught out here. They're chasing him, but they're kind of using him as a bait, and they're trying to maybe get on top of him there, but they're not really hitting the shots. They finally hit the overextending Funds. There's a bit of a lag there, but Dream is still holding on. The Uber's actually been popped off. That's how long this fight has actually been taking, and he hasn't quite got his Uber charge ready. Raph has just had to get out there. He wants to go back. He wants to maybe keep healing his scalp, but he just dies so quickly. He's made of tissue, and they're trying to slap Raph down. He's got a sword. He's got the Uber. He's survived. He's getting out.
Oh my God, Pappy just trying to hit him with a skill stick, but Raph saying no, this is my turn, and just gets that Uber charge and keeps himself alive for this last point. Incredible play from Raph there. Oh my God. Yeah, it was so close. I mean, if Pappy just used his rockets, he could have potentially done it, but going for the BM play, trying to see if what he can get done. But yeah, we do see a big 30% Uber advantage on the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics. Going to see maybe where they're going to take this through. I think it looks like they're trying to peek through choke just now, trying to get some positioning and spam onto the enemy team, but they have pushed that top IT area with their flank, and first one to go down is even Dream, and they're just all back having to hightail it back out of their fun. I mean, Honey hasn't even used his Uber charge yet, still with a 50% Uber advantage. And
they're going into one. This is going to hurt. I can see Raph is going to feel the blunt end of this lock and load. He's already, News is already securing off this point. They can't really pull out any resistance on it. I think this is going to be the fat lady singing zeFrosty. It is. Mercy Rule invoked. Yep. GG.
4 minutes left, and that's it. 6-1. Very great play from. I mean, you just can't fault anyone on the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics. They've just been playing so strong and working around each other excellently.
Well. I don't think I've seen a Mercy Rule at all on stream so far. They've all been kind of like elongated games that kind of go the time minute marker. So yeah, I mean, I'm a bit shocked. This is supposed to be Bro's map. What are you going to do? Are you if you're Bro at this point, zeFrosty, are you panicking? Are you scared?
Definitely. I mean, if you've picked a map and you're going 6-1 down, going onto the map that the Wind Tunnel Tactics formerly beat Nerd Rage, the sort of favourites of this competition, on who are through to the grand finals. I mean, if you're going onto a map that even the quote-unquote best team here can't stop you on, then this has got to be looking at like a dire situation for them. But I do see it is Reckoner that's the next map, so if they do somehow pull it out of the bag and they go into that granary, it's looking dire straits for them here.
Well, we do have some logs available, so I'm going to load them up onto stream roughly around about now, so hopefully this works. Cross fingers. Nothing's happening.
It doesn't look like it right
now. Picnic.
Oh no, panic basket. I mean, I guess
I'm going to click this button that says force load log.
Force load.
It doesn't do anything, gentlemen. John, why have you lied to me? I'll refresh both of the...
Excellent. But yeah, I mean, you have to really give it to the whole side of Wind Tunnel Tactics. They're just putting in such a great effort. I mean, we do see... well, you don't see it at home right now unless you have the logs yourself, but they're all on the positive KD apart from zeSty, who was kind of just using himself as a bit of a martyr, getting some position for his scouts who were just absolutely tearing house that whole entire game.
Oh, is that it? Have we got it? Are we showing them?
Should be.
Yes.
Excellent.
We did it. We did it, stream. I mean, I did it so quickly, so surprisingly that I've made my producer squirm, but we did it.
Yes.
I hope the logs were worth it. What can you see?
Definitely just the frags on the side of the Wind Tunnel Tactics scouts just being the ultimate cleanup crew for the rest of their team. The damage coming out of News and Pappy just really making it so much easier for them to get in and get those crucial frags, and doing such a great job this entire game.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any sort of unique stats. God, News just had a pounding of a game, like not just for damage, but if you look at that kill to death ratio as well, maybe lock and load should be, you should run that thing full time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's such a good unlock that if you can work around it. I mean, there is that disadvantage of not having any spam pipes, sort of rollers to sort of work off of, but I mean, when your pipes are basically hit scan and doing 100 damage across the map, you just can't really compete with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we do see here.
Also, another thing to note is look at the def differences between the two medics. Actually, we could probably go to the medic stats and look at this a little bit more. But like, look at the amount of deaths within 20 seconds after Uber compared to Honey's is with almost tripling really, or quadrupling the amount. He's just, these Ubers have been terrible from.
Definitely. I mean, we've seen so many situations like at the end there where they're backing out of a bad position, trying to get onto their last point after they've had to force off really early, and there's just cleanup of the enemy soldiers and scouts just stopping any chance of them escaping. So, I mean, when your Uber charges that bad, you just want to get out as quick as possible, but there was nothing they could do there.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Oh,
24 kills during the Uber.
Versus 9. Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, it just shows you that. I did see Funds and a soldier taking a lot of that, and Funds just using those Ubers so effectively, just getting as much damage out as he possibly can.
It just,
cleaning
these
up
stats are just telling me that Raph is using his Ubers 90% of the time, and they try and pick up the pieces like, oh, we've still got a bit of Uber left, maybe we can go aggressive on them and force them. But really, they just giving them more rope to wind tunnel tactics to choke them with, where they just overextend. They're in a bad position, they can't get out, and then they just die.
Yeah, they're definitely using their Ubers on the back foot a lot of the time. There's no, like you see on the side of wind tunnel tactics, taking their Ubers in situations where they're happy that they're going to get those frags, but it seems like a lot of the time Brocante were just on the back foot taking a lot of damage, and there was nothing they could really do to stop the aggression from wind tunnel tactics.
We can see some of Gentleman John's extended stats here, and again, looks like a game of snowballs, though I don't think there was ever really a point where they were pushed off onto their second. So if there was a point where they could maybe make a comeback over on Bro, it had to kind of come down to the mid-fight if they would wipe them, basically. It had to be like a Hail Mary of a play to make it.
Yeah, we see there.
No fighting on second whatsoever, no progression, no like slow pushing, no
nothing at all.
Not just a bleeding issue. It was like they had to hit wind tunnel tactics hard and fast, and maybe they could have got around out of that, and they only managed to squeeze out the one. Yeah,
one thing that stands out to me a lot is the kills, or the net frags of the scouts. There is +5 and +4, just showing you that the damage coming out of the wind tunnel tactics, the cleanup crews, just really sweeping house.
But News is pioneering, it seems, the last point push, like showing them how it's done.
I mean, you don't need spam pipes to take down sentries if you've got this the walking cannon where you just destroy everything. I wonder if
does a sentry kill count as a kill?
I doubt it. I think the 7th player is still just an inanimate object, unfortunately.
So we get to see the rough breakdown of like how much time was just spent, and majority of it was again just them on the back foot constantly on Bro.
Yeah, we do see there's blue completely on the red side, but that's just because the one push where blue side actually got onto their second.
It was like a clean sweep basically. If they had the opportunity, they could do it. We could probably see this backed up by the caps one, where it'll tell you the conversion rate. So see, they actually had like a 50-50 chance of making it happen.
Yeah.
But even though they had a huge sample size, the conversion rate is still superior. And I mean, rightfully so. If you're winning 6-1, you're not going to have a bad conversion rate, are you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, putting in so much work just making sure that they can really get those frags when they need them. So far, so that wind tunnel tactics players have definitely been doing that. I mean, it's no stopping them.
What's going on with Elicor and Chris? Like that seems quite a strange statistic. Is Chris just holding down that W key, just hunting for Elicor?
Well, I mean, if you look at the performance of Elicor yesterday, he was doing such a great job of hitting a lot of pipes and being really the anchor of his team. And if Chris's job has basically just been said, all right, you kill him, just
Focus.
W into him and die for him, basically.
Die for cause.
Yeah, then that's basically what he's been doing perfectly well, I guess. I mean, if Elicor being that sort of central cannon for his team, if that's Chris's job, then that's definitely what he's been doing very well.
Yeah. I think we've gone through all the logs that we could possibly go through, so alright. I wonder if we can have a quick hidey-ho of those. There we go. Okay, they won't hide. They won't disappear. But don't worry, my magical production man can make them go away.
Make everything
better. Make the bad things go away. But actually, while we're up on camera, maybe I can get away with bringing up those map bands while we're... Because I always thought, like, you know, while we can have something at the bottom, while we're just having a little chit-chat. That's not loading either. Okay, so never mind. We don't need map bands. We've already seen them. So our second map, we already know. It's going to be Reckoner.
Yep.
It's going to be our first Reckoner of the entire LAN event. Yeah. It's going to be our last Reckoner of the entire LAN event.
Potentially.
What do you think of Reckoner, zeFrosty?
I think it's one of those maps that it's very conflicting opinions. I mean, it's quite a small, condensed map. I mean, there's always those... it seems like there's the big fighting areas of second, last, and mid, but the choke points are just so tight together that it's very hard to push through at all of these places. But once you've exploded through, it's definitely an interesting map. I mean, we do see that toxic area not quite as useful as it used to be in previous iterations of the map, where you could sort of get that flank attack around there and maybe start some back caps very sneakily. But also, that's one thing that sort of stands out in this map as well. It's just there's so many hiding positions that it's kind of hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah, so it could be quite a chaotic map if it really wanted, if the pace was set to be like that. So which of these teams strikes you as probably a more chaotic team? Who would like revel in that sort of like messy TF2?
Well, probably Wind Tunnel Tactics, to be honest. I mean, they've been very military sort of tactics, but there's a few pug mains on there, you know.
Yes.
If push comes to shove, I'm sure they can just create complete and utter chaos, making.
So even on both sides of the circle, they've got it.
I think they definitely have this one here. I mean, unless there's some sort of miracle.
If you're bro and you've got, what are your strengths there? What can you do against this Wind Tunnel Tactics team?
They've definitely got to have a bit more. I think they need to have a sort of a pocket soldier or scout, because it seems like they've not really got that sort of core combo. I mean, Alien's been playing fairly decently so far, getting a lot of cleanup kills, but if they can protect Elokor from the W damage of Chris, just completely shutting him down that entire game and really utilizing his incredible DM and incredible game sense, then I think that's what they've really got to focus on this game, is just making sure that he's protected and is allowed to have the space and room that he really needs.
All right. So we've talked about it in great detail. We've talked about the map, we talked about the teams, but we haven't talked about predictions, zeFrosty.
Oh, right, okay.
What are your predictions, man?
Let's see. I mean, I think I always like to go for the underdog, I guess. So let's say we're going to have a granary map just for the sake of it. It's going to be a close game of 4-3.
4-3.
4-3 to them. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Game of the LAN so far?
What, this game?
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, it just depends on how they sort of change up their game. I mean, that process was their pick, but if Wind Tunnel Tactics show some sort of wavering, then maybe they can pull it out of the bag.
Yeah, I think it will be a wild card map, and that always goes for the underdog. But I'm going to be the devil's advocate. I'm going to go with Wind Tunnel Tactics. I'll take an easy win any day. So,
do you know if they're on the server right now? Because I am not able to connect.
I'll have a quick glance. Missing maps, Reckoner. It's probably an important thing that I actually download Reckoner to this laptop.
Yes, that would be fairly important. It does look like my game has also crashed during this process of talking to you right now.
Don't panic. Don't panic. zeFrosty, I said don't panic!
Everything is going terribly. Ah! Right, okay. I should be able to get this here. I think
so we mentioned some names earlier. We mentioned names like Elokor and stuff like that. Is there any particular standout player that you think is going to go huge in this this upcoming map for Wind Tunnel Tactics?
So far, I think Chris can probably do it. I mean, he's been looking really strong on that process map, and if he's able to sort of have that same impact that he had on Reckoner, it's such a good scout map, to be honest. I mean, everything's quite flat, so it's hard for these soldier bombs to come around and really have any effect if they're just doing so much damage.
Yeah. Do you know why I hate zeFrosty? I hate this Ethernet cable in my laptop.
Yes.
Should I tell you why? Because the damn thing keeps disconnecting, and I'm going to have to get up on stream like an awkward human being and plug it back in. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, I guess I can maybe try and talk about some random stuff on my own while we're waiting here. I don't know why, but the only person on this server is Lem right now, so maybe they've been... Hopefully they've been delayed slightly so that TurboTabs can get in the server and not have his Ethernet cable just completely die on him as per usual, but
Yeah, it's been an absolute nightmare with that Ethernet cable.
It does say you're in game Team Fortress 2 on Steam, so I'm hoping that means you're online.
Fingers.
Yeah.
I still need to download a map as well. But
I think it's just because it was unplugged that it wasn't able to download it. But
yeah.
Either way, we do see a few of the players sort of getting in the server now. Hopefully we can maybe get the show on the road at some point.
All right. I'm getting equipped with Reckoner just as we speak.
I think the problem is it's Reckoner RC2. You might want to download that one as well.
Is it RC2?
Fairly sure, yeah. Or at least that's what it said when I was loading into the map.
Oh man, ETF to well.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Just load up the map. It'll probably download it automatically.
Okay. All right. Let's try.
Yeah.
I'll trust you.
Trust me.
Yeah.
It's never a good sign.
Huh? Oh, we're having problems as well as not just in the forefront but in the back front.
Oh, are we even live on stream, Dashner?
No. I'm fairly certain.
Okay.
All right. So we can still have a quick little banter.
Excellent.
But yeah, I do need to hunt down this this Reckoner map.
All right, okay. Just fact
so it'll be like a fun little adventure, like a side story to the stream.
Maybe this is why.
I mean, like the games were good, but what about that TurboTabs hunt for the map?
Yeah, I mean, we have been. You were saying earlier, it'll be fun to see a new map, but maybe the reason they've not been playing it is because the map doesn't download properly. Oh, look at that! Look at that angle. TurboTabs, look at the camera for us.
Why? Why?
Oh god, excellent. Just getting a close-up of you searching for the map.
This is not. Nobody wanted this.
Oh, and the internet's down again.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because they keep.
Please. I
think this will be my position now. I'll just hold the LAN cable.
That's going to be your job. You just stay there.
Oh god, we've got some groupies here.
TurboTabs.
Hello.
He's very sexy.
That's the tournament admin right there.
I just want to download Reckoner.
Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, we do see a few of the players actually getting in the server, but still looking over at it right now, we've still got at least a minute and a half. They have not readied up as of yet.
The French keyboard is another obstacle of mine.
Also, another interesting thing I guess we could talk about is how Reckoner's actually been changed recently, where the big shack that's been on mid used to be that big sort of slanted thing completely stopping you from doing anything, but oh dear. And I think TurboTabs, it's over. It's going to be taken to the streets, begging for money, drinking on his wine. Maybe
let's reset.
Get a baguette.
Let's pivot. We're going to pivot.
Oh god. This is just going swimmingly.
I mean, at some point this was about the Team Fortress.
It was about Team Fortress 2, but now it's just
now it's just gone.
Tech support tabs.
Tech support tabs. Okay, I could load the Googles. We could do this.
Excellent. Google activated.
Stream, give me your energy.
Oh.
What?
No. It's back in. It's back in. Should I just?
But it was working. The Google load.
Google load.
Picnic. Let's just close everything.
Yep. Are you sure you even have the Connect at this point? I mean, I don't know what the plan is. I mean, is it over? It's over.
Rest in peace.
I think it's over.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. We'll cast from the one machine.
Excellent.
You're gonna have to share.
Oh god, what's actually happened? Is it just not working whatsoever?
Sharing is caring, zeFrosty.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll let you hold the mouse.
Am I holding the mouse? Am I?
Yeah, there we go.
Right. See?
Oh, this is like when
so you control the W keys and I'll do the mouse.
This is a terrible idea.
Oh god, there's a sticker on here. All right.
Okay.
So I think everyone's joining up, but everyone wants to join Red Team right now. So you just know that that's going to cause a half an hour delay.
Yep.
They're ready. They're ready. They're ready. Look, they're thumbsing up.
Thumbs up. Right. Do you want to try and get your laptop to work, or have you just completely given up at this point?
I think I've completely given up at this point.
Oh dear.
I'll try it one more time. You know what? Let's just run with it. It's okay. It's LAN. Issues happen.
They do.
You know, I'll keep the illusion for the stream. Look, see, it's on.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, actually, I turned it off. I mean, it's on.
Oh god. Right, this is just getting better by the second.
Yeah, I'll give you the thumbs up anyway. We're gonna go. We're gonna keep plodding along.
It looks like they still haven't quite readied up, so.
That's that guy pulling my Ethernet cable, isn't it?
Yeah, almost certainly. Alright.
Right.
Still looking over. Doesn't look like they've started yet.
I mean, match point for... Yeah, I'm going to bring it back to the game now. Only now. But match point for runner tactics. Or I've lost the plot.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Tactique, lay... Confiance or something.
Yeah, looks like they've
was
started.
French
so
name.
You've got 90 seconds to start up your computer,
It's
load
okay.
Team Fortress 2, and get in the server, and make this not a complete abomination of a cast.
What are you talking about, right? I can cast from the phone. I'll just cast from the restream.
All right, we're ready either way.
Okay.
I'm sure we can.
We got this.
Make something work. Yeah. Right. So far, I hear someone shouting, so I'm assuming that we should be watching Brocante on the first mid, but I mean, they're all saying in chat, TFTV ready.
Yes.
They obviously didn't get the memo of no.
There, we'll be fine. There we go.
Yeah, we do see Raf turning up on that medic class, so potentially about to start as soon as possible here. And maybe be able to watch some Team Fortress 2. Yeah. So who do you want to watch on this first mid? Who do you think's going to be? Who do you think's going to turn the tides of this map?
I think I'm going to have to go with Demo Man. That's a staple of starting out any game.
Excellent.
It's just watching a Demo Man. So let's go with the man that's been having a good game so far. Let's go with the News.
There we go.
Mr. News.
We'll see what we can maybe get out of this. We have actually started now, so we're going into this map. Reckon our RC2, second map of the lower bracket finals. TurboTabs, do you want to see what you can see on this mid?
Alright, the first thing I see is News coming up to the mid, a fairly decent time. He's already laid down a healthy amount of stickies. He probably could have done a huge amount of damage if he just held on to those first initial stickies. And he actually gets picked off immediately. That is not the hype beginning I was expecting from you, News.
Yeah, that was such a bad attempt from him there. I mean, he was just hung out to dry from the rest of his team. And Raf actually is being picked up by zeSfrosty, so Honey trying to escape on the back lines, but Doll, having absolutely none of it, takes him down. And this is going to be 100% going in the way of Brocante. And we do see actually that scout of Chris is sort of running about behind, seeing what he can try and pick up, but at the moment it kind of just looks like he's so far behind he's been completely useless. Raf having absolutely no chances getting both of his scouts to chauffeur him onto this midpoint. He is eventually seen by Clem, and this is going to be nothing going the way of Chris on this backline. We do see News actually picking up the kill onto Doll, but I don't think it's really going to change much. We do see sort of a same Uber on both sides of these teams here. News up on that lock and load from the map last time, seeing what he can maybe try and pick off from there. Actually, I think we want to be maybe taking a look at the Pappy cam right now. He's up on the sniper class, seeing what he can maybe try and pick up some sort of pick on this sniper, but he's already given up. He's walking back to spawn and he's having absolutely none of it. Okay, so clearly second guessing himself there, not 100% certain that he wanted to come up on that sniper. Right.
Yep.
Sending client info.
Yep, that is, the bar is progressing quite nicely here at the TurboTabs headquarters. Back to you, zeFrosty.
Oh, right, okay, that was a good effort, right? Right, we did see there Clem actually walking straight in there, taking the trade and getting News, so I think it looks like Brocante trying to push this toxic area with double soldier, seeing what they can try and pick. They're just getting some good spam right now, but we do see Dream launching in, Doll leaving him out to dry a little bit. They do get the force out of Honey, so if Raf opting to just completely drop all of his soldiers in that push for some reason, and this is not looking too good for them here. If all the players from Wind Tunnel Tactics have actually opted to back off out of this saw area, but zeSfrosty and Fun's eventually going down, making something out of that sort of lackluster Uber charge there, and maybe Clem coming up on the sniper drone to try and pick off Honey as they retreat onto their last point. And so far, 0-0 game, but Brocante are actually showing quite well, getting some position on second and seeing if they can maybe convert this last push.
Yeah, so I am back to the world of the living. I can see what's going on, and the first thing I see is zeSfrosty. He's on spy, but I'm guessing he's just checking. Oh no, he isn't. He's a man's man. He's going to find the pit. He's turned into the security camera. He even does a nice little jump over, just showing off at this point.
Yeah, we just see zeSfrosty sort of.
Oh, sticky trap. Is he going to call it Chris?
The heavy of Chris just trying to push really aggressively in this area, but zeSfrosty telling him no means no. He's just sitting here waiting patiently for this pick. Well, I think the red team of Brocante are just doing the same with Clem, having him watch up that topper lobby area, seeing what kind of picks they can maybe try and engineer for themselves, as the spy of zeSfrosty actually creeping up on him. Going to see if he can maybe try and get some sort of pick.
Oh, he does. He's uncloaking now. I don't think they've heard him. He's going to go for the sniper instead. Oh, no. What? He doubled down. What's he doing?
Was a car
what
crash.
Does he want? He's like, I want the sniper. No, I don't. I don't. Make your mind up, zeSfrosty.
Just had absolutely no idea where he was really wanting to go with that. He had the perfect opportunity to take down Clem, but thought maybe that he could get that demo man pick, and in the end he just...
I think he wants the medic pick.
Yeah, he was just hanging around for too long, not able to make anything work. And now Brocante are actually coming into this last push. Pappy taking so long to get in, but just nothing that he can really do there. And in the end, it's going to be them backing out of this lobby area.
Yep, it's all working out quite nicely, but I think they're just playing it slow. I mean, it's a real advantage just having like the first point on the board, so they want to keep it as calm, collected, and controlled as possible on the side of Bro. And I think they can pull it off. They just need to be patient. Just a little bit longer, zeFrosty.
Yeah, they are just sort of jousting each other in this lobby area, trying to get some better spam, and it looks like the side of Untitled Tactics are going to come up on top here. They're just... I don't think they're thinking about pushing out anytime soon. Chris is... I think he's heavy on this last, just not going to let anyone get in here. He's even up on the Tomislav, so he can try to maybe make some aggressive peeks without them really hearing that rev up of the barrel, but in the end he's just going to be floating about trying to deny any of those soldier bombs.
Wow, Ali would not be pleased at that attempt. That was puke.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen those Ali bombs in the past, but unfortunately not working out for him quite there that time. And we do see actually the Untitled Tactics opting to push out here with the zeSfrosty and Pappy.
That's been forced, Dream's been dropped, and a solo completely on Doll. Doll wants to go aggressive, he wants to try and get the Honey pick, but he will force out the Uber, and Honey is just trying to get anybody Ubered and get them into the mid-fight, see if he can find somebody. But I think zeSfrosty might have been a little bit overzealous there. They might actually get collapsed upon, but they do hold still. Clem will go down for his troubles, and keep in mind they're still rocking this heavy, or they were rocking that heavy. Chris is going to go down, and with these crossbows, not only is he keeping his team healthy, he's keeping the team, I guess, dead. Raft picking up a few kills here and there. They're kind of rolling them at this point with Honey down as well, and the heals advantage. They could probably rock this all the way to last point, zeFrosty.
Yeah, we just see Elikor and the rest of the combo coming up this top left area, seeing if they can maybe get something while the soldiers of the side of Untitled Tactics are down. We do see the Engineer of Funds sort of up right now, but it does look like this full Uber advantage. They're going to be taking this in top left. Elikor doing a massive amount of damage with Alien onto that heavy, really cleaning up that crucial pick, but there are so many sticks over the point, and if they don't take down the sentry quick enough, they could have been mulched by it. But they're just playing the point so slowly here, trying to see what picks they can get, but it's not working out in their favor. The Vaccinator is just too strong. Elikor hitting some nice pipe, gets a 3k, seeing if he can maybe get it. Doesn't in the end, but wow, he was going absolutely ham on that last push.
This table would have been flipped if he got any more pipes in that moment.
Oh my god. Elikor, I mean, I was saying it before, he's definitely one of the strong players in this map, and he's proving it there, getting 3 incredibly nice pipes on the players.
It's a shame that that couldn't have been like the first load of kills that came out for his team, but oh, they're actually biting back over on Bro now, not letting them get the second point, at least not for long. They're already starting that cap going. They've only got news and funds available for that last defense.
Yeah, we do see Elikor actually taking the brunt of this, taking down pretty much immediately, but They're still opting to push
Oh,
on here.
Honey
Goes down. Funds, it's all up to you. You're the only one left, and this is it.
First round on the board for Brocante.
Wow, that was really good from them there. They just took that. They got so many picks, and while only 2 players were actually out capping that second point for Untitled Tactics, they just convert that round with ease.
All right, so this is. I can feel them. I know they're getting a little bit more hype. I can hear them from the LAN itself. So you know they're having a good game. Then you know that this is maybe quite an emotional team, and they've got this round on the board. They've got some wind in the sails. I think they could maybe pull this off, zeFrosty, if they could just keep going.
Yeah, we do see Elicor pushing a bit too aggressive there, and zeSfrosty News just completely crushing the bombers in there. And Brocante, after that, such a great performance on that one round. They're just being backed off to their second. Chris and Funds chasing down that scout of Clem, and they're pushing all the way into their last. Chris is absolutely not stopping for anyone. He really wants this frag onto Raf, and I think he's just going to have to back it here with the respawner of Elicor and Alien just not going to be able to get onto that last point.
Yeah, so this looks like another last defense for Brocante. I wonder what they've got cooked up. Oh, they got the Pappy bomb. He gets the ref kill. Oh, that was absolutely nuts. Yeah, he even says it in the chat as well. Wow, that was kind of weird. But
yeah, I mean,
wow,
there's going to be absolutely no.
Ale, eat your heart out.
Yeah, who needs demo man bombs when you've got soldier bombs, right? I mean, but yeah, they're taking the super in the last. The sentry gun does go down. Funds and Chris are doing such a massive amount of damage, but
they're holding it together though.
Yeah,
it's just a couple of players left.
Honey
it's just Raf. Oh, he gets a turnaround kill, but Honey slaps him down with his own Uber, so he's slowly capping this out. It feels like the longest cap in the world, but it's still good enough.
That was 1-1. Really great play from Honey there, just taking out his Ubersaw, taking things into his own hands and winning it off for his team. Sort of reminiscent of Raf's play yesterday, with not quite a 3K on Gollywash last, but it was a really great play from Honey there.
All right, sweet little replay action coming in from the production there. It wasn't cool, was it? Oh, wow. Embarrassing. The only time I pointed out and it went absolutely tatters. God damn it, Terra.
Yeah, we do see on this mid, though, they're just opting to that same push on their left. I mean, Elicor getting taken down again. This is just the same mid that they went obliteratively bad last time. Raf picking up the kill on News, but in the end, he's just going to get a taunt kill coming in from zeSfrosty. Just no respect whatsoever. But yeah, I don't know why they opt to do that right side push twice in a row after it just went so horribly wrong last time, and even worse because Raf died this push, so they're not going to even have that Uber for last.
I think because they're quite an emotional team, they're not really thinking through the decisions. They're just kind of like turning up to mid and feel like we're going to pound them, and that's it. And they'll like go and do the basic things when really they need to stop and think about what they're doing with their emotions as well.
Yeah, everything's being a little bit too one-dimensional, and it looks like the team of Untitled Tactics going to try and take this last push in if they can. I mean, we don't see. And we see the two off classes of the sniper taking down Honey, Alien coming up big for his team in Elicor, taking down News. This push has completely been turned around from that one pick, and it's all over. I mean, Untitled Tactics, unless they can get some sort of back cap, this is looking terrible for them now.
Yeah, they're seeing if they could find the cracks for the walls and the doors. Maybe they can get a back cap going, but I don't think it's really possible for them, and they haven't got anybody back there. They just decided to give up second instead, buy some time. But Raf has got an Uber charge ready for this mid push. I'm not sure if they can really hold this off or what they could really do to force him off. They're kind of just letting him like walk in with the rest of his team. They don't really want to go into that 5-man blob. Nobody dares. Chris is actually going for the back cap, it seems, so that's one thing they've got going for them. They actually have clocked onto it, and they're going back now to deal with Chris. And Chris actually forces off the Uber as well. He will die, but Chris is probably going to be happy from that alone. And up the backstab from Pappy. He gets the kill onto Raf. Honey just needs to stay alive at this point now. And just as I say that, he does go down from the Dream Bomb. News will clean him up, and Clement even gets a kill onto News as well. Everyone's just trading. Yep. Left, right, and center.
Yeah, that was a very weird push from Brocante there. I mean, they had 3 people stay on that midpoint trying to fight it, while the combo of the 2 scouts going back onto second to try and block it off for the team, but it just ended up being very messy. And now we're just seeing more messy fights going on there. Raph taking Pappy down, but Chris cleaning him right back up again. And now it's just a complete and utter DM fight. There's nothing really no structure to this whatsoever. And if just people feeding in.
People not even, there's a free objective practically, and they're all like, no, I want the kill, man. No, no, fuck that objective. I want the kill.
Yeah, Elikor staying true to the name of his ETF2L team of lemmings, but just getting the rest of his team to feed in as much as possible to try and kill Honey.
All right, so another last defense, but this time Honey has an uber charge advantage that he can make use of. What have they got cooked up in the Brocante kitchen for this last defense? Yeah,
it looks like they're doing the same sort of thing here, getting Alien, trying to see what he can find. He's looking into lobby right now, but the whole team of Wind Tunnel Tactics are slowly actually moving into this lobby area, so maybe if he's quick enough, he can take down News. It's a big pick. Yeah, that's a really good one that they can get there, because it just completely makes it so much harder to push this last, but either way, they're taking this Uber in, and they're getting so many frags. Alien and Elikor going down. Honey's shooting some arrows, trying to take down that sentry gun. It does eventually go down, and if they just play the point here, they could potentially bring it up.
He actually got the kill there, and yeah, it's an easy clean up for zeFrosty to finish off at this point. It is 2-1 to Wind Tunnel Tactics. Tactic lay something.
Yeah, that was a bit of an unfortunate ending there for Brocante. Alien doing really well to take down News, but in the end, that Uber was just far too good for them to really stop any of that aggression.
Wow, we've got some coordinated double Demoman rollouts here. We can have a quick flash at both of these Demoman. Let's see what sort of impact they can do. You're looking at Elikor as well, actually. Why did you switch?
Oh, I'm going back. Yeah,
too late now. Oh, ruined.
Right, whatever. We tried our best, but the production is just completely gone. Yeah, we do see News getting some good damage there. Getting the pipe onto Doll, getting taken down. Raph, again, taking more lives. His crossbow has been deadly this mid, but in the end, yeah, it's not going to work out whatsoever. He's just going to be hightailing it right back out and onto his last with his 50% charge, and Honey's staying alive, so they've got that full Uber charge for this last point if they need to push it.
I think they could probably Uber into last at this point. Wow, you even have Chris. He's gone all the way back to last just to make sure he couldn't find Raph like hiding in a corner somewhere or something like that. But they could probably use this Uber before Raph even has his ready. But the second cap is just going so slowly that they have lost it by now, and they've actually got Pappy up on the spy, so shh. Let's see if we can pull it off. Quiet, they won't know about it. This is spy time.
Yeah, I mean, we do see Pappy up on. He's disguised as a friendly sniper, actually. So
yes, that old chestnut.
Maybe fool the enemy team, and Alien probably try and take his head off.
I mean, when the enemy team might be quite kind of curious why the enemy sniper would kind of show himself but not fire off a single shot during this entire moment, but I actually can't seem to find anybody to notice him. There we go. Okay, so surely now he's going to...
Yeah, it looks like he's cloaking in, trying to see what kind of position he can get on this last point. The Wind Tunnel Tactics players, oh my god.
Don't get shot, Pappy. Yeah. That is a very crucial part of being a spy.
Yeah, the idea of spy is that you get behind them, not stand in front of their sight lines.
Oh god, look at where Raph is standing. Damage. He's in the base. How are you supposed to get to a backstab when he's in the base, zeFrosty?
Hey, you never know. You could.
Wow, look, they're even checking corners. They know he's there. He's been compromised.
Yeah, that's.
What the? Honey went down. How did Honey go down?
What the hell? He just walks into the sniper sightline, and zeFrosty also going down. This is looking really bad for them here. I mean, it's just up to Pappy to try and make this work. He is. His
entire team has like suffered, and Pappy just had to sit there and watch.
Yeah, that's the worst thing to happen when you're on spy, I guess. Just.
He wants to get the back cap, but there's no way. ×4 cap. He's literally just dead. It's like a permanent death.
Yeah, if I was him, I would just go in for some sort of Hail Mary play.
I think, yeah, they found him in the end anyway.
Yeah, that
Great
was
job, Pappy.
Unfortunate play from Pappy there, not able to make any real use of this, but the full Uber charge advantage coming out from here. They've not opted to use it yet. Raph going down to 30 HP though, is going to have to pop off that Uber. zeFrosty doing a good job to take down Doll, but in the end, Elikor and Alien taking down Chris and Funds. So that cleanup crew from the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics are just completely gone, and they're going to have to take this really far back onto their second. And then, if I was Brocante right now, I would be trying to push this as quick as possible. Honey doesn't quite have his Uber. The player disadvantage is is in their favour. So
I think
it looks like they're just opting to stay on mid.
Yeah, I think they're just giving Honey a lot of respect there. At this point where a lot of action happens, the Ubers can get a bit blurry and you're like, he might have it. You never know, especially with things like arrow building and whatnot. You don't know what sort of speeds these things could be built at. So just giving them respect, letting them push in. And Honey drops!
Oh my God.
He drops the dream! It really was the dream!
The dream play coming out from Dream there, completely stopping that push from Wind Tunnel Tactics, and this is just looking really bad for them. We do see actually Chris and Pappy are actually behind, so News doing good. Oh my God, Chris is actually onto the medic right now. If he doesn't beef his shots, he can maybe get out. He takes out the sword and he tries to get him.
Oh my God, that was some prime beef.
Yeah, it doesn't get the pick onto Raph quite right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was very unlucky.
It's slapstick almost.
Yeah, if Chris just took a bit more time with his shots there, he could have potentially got onto the medic there and maybe got the drop onto Raph as well. Make up for the Honey drop.
Man, this is not the position you want to be in when you're 2-1 up. You're thinking that they could just sweep this round back, and you work so hard to get to this position. And Elikor will take out the sentry gun. He even takes out a bonus killing Chris as well, but he's supposed to die. It's okay. All going according to plan. They just need to get some nice, very nice damage coming in from, I believe that was Pappy, so they should be able to follow up with this now. They just need to focus down the right targets. That rocket gets absorbed, and this scout can't be shot for some reason, and they're just being pulled apart by the remaining players left. Honey does Uber the final remaining player, Zesty. They should have a heavy weapons guy coming up soon now. Chris will actually come back as scout. Zesty's gone forward. He's somehow ushered out the entirety of a six-man team, but
that one Uber was just far too much for them. I mean, they could have easily taken some position there, but there was nothing they could do there. Yeah, we do see they're actually arrow building up on this second point, seeing what they can maybe try and pick up here. Raph nearly on full Uber charge, so I think we're going to have to watch him and him and Co, seeing what they can do in this last push.
All right, Raph got picked up. He did drop by Pappy. Oh no! It seems everybody's dropping today.
Yeah, this is not the medic land, to be honest. I mean, everyone's just so chaotic sometimes, just all these off classes that you can never really tell what's going to happen. We do see actually Clem is hiding behind here. He's been spotted by Pappy, not able to do anything with that sort of hiding behind there, but I think that's what they're going for. Everyone kind of, and now we do actually see Alien, seeing if he can't get spotted. He is going through this lower area, just sprinting towards last, and if someone can block it for him, then maybe he'll be able to get this.
I think they were thinking about it. They sent Dream in, but it's just way too much to ask with all those people capping.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we just see Alien actually is still behind while this fight going on in mid. Pappy taking him down. Alien just going to go for that back cap, see what he can do here. The rest of the Brocante team are going to be trying to block this point, taking a 1v1 with Chris. And yeah, Alien is actually on the back cap, and he's completely fooled the team of here.
No.
And it's only Pappy that's going to be able to get back in time.
Chris
They're all on mid.
Is running all the way to last. This is it, the Scout 1v1. Who's going to win? Chris versus Alien. Alien wins. Oh, Funds comes in, makes it a 2v1.
Yeah, that was really good from him there. He just about saves it for his team. Chris not quite able to pull it off, but they're still going for it, the Brocante team.
What the hell? Honey goes down.
In. Yeah, Honey is died to Dream, so if they work this out, then they could potentially make this 2-2.
What is this TF2? Everything's just getting so scrappy and all over the place. Okay, 8 minutes left on the clock.
Absolutely crazy right now. I mean, players are going nuts, so hopefully some big play is going to be coming out of them soonish.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do see.
I mean, they've got an Uber charge coming, and where is Honey? Is Honey? Oh, he's switching off to the vaccinator. That's why I was wondering why he wasn't building so quickly. So with Pappy on sniper, can he make magic happen again? Funds is also rocking that engineer. It's a pretty strong assortment of classes ready for this last defense. It's going to be a tough nut to crack, but let's see if they've got it in them on Brocante.
Yeah, it's provided that Raph doesn't drop the Uber again to this sniper, then they could potentially get in and take this round off of them. We'll see them coming up this top left area. Elikor and Alien taking the Uber in. They're focusing down the heavy with, they're doing such a great job of getting him down, but they're not quite able to kill him. Oh my God, Chris is still alive. How is he doing this? He took so much damage, but it just wasn't enough. And now we can see them coming in now. The Wind Tunnel Tactics coming up this top side. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Just to give context, there are some very, very screaming Frenchmen right next to us, and as I can see why they're screaming, they're completely destroying Wind Tunnel Tactics. They're going for the last point. zeFrosty will keep them off for now. There's a spy on the field, a combat spy no less. And he stabs him! He stabs him as he goes on the ball. Oh, get destroyed, Buffy! Oh my god!
Right. I have no idea what happened there, but
oh
my god. Right.
Wow. Get fucking destroyed, lads. See you on YouTube.
Yeah, that was a great play from there. You're just getting bumped right into that backstab with the spy, and he's been cleaned up. That being said, 2-2. Yeah. 7
minutes left. We've got a game, zeFrosty.
We certainly do. I mean, Elcor, we see him not opting to go that right side again, but actually the side of Wind Tunnel Tactics trying to take that right-hand side of their mid, just seeing what they can get. But they do send Pappy into toxic area. Elcor taking down zeSfrosty, but Doll is actually putting so much damage onto the team, and he's chasing Honey through lower. He gets a nice rocket onto him and takes him down.
You can feel the hype. Yeah. I can feel the hype, and I'm not even playing for the team. They're doing it. They can maybe pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really interesting to see this go to a map 3, and definitely they're not giving in right now. Doing a great job. Raf is up. Nearly got that 100% Uber advantage, and they're already looks like they're trying to just set up on last the team of Wind Tunnel Tactics. They've got that vaccinator, they've got that sentry gun, they have no intent of defending the second.
Alright, so it's time for another last hold with the vaccinator. You know the recipe at this point. It involves a heavy, it involves an engineer, and it involves some resistances. But Pappy will go down. That is not what you're hoping for. Pappy's like a big force for their damage, for making these sorts of turnarounds as it going on. The sentry gun will delay a little bit of time, but not too much. The Heavy's applying a bit of pressure, and he will actually just kind of pick him off at that very tail end. There's a load of players going down for Wind Tunnel Tactics, so finally a bubble comes out, but they're so spread thin that it's really difficult to get on top of him. Oh, News, nice pipe to deny that scout any further.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate there. They got so many good picks on the side of Brocante that they could have potentially made it, but that Vaccinator Heavy is just far too strong, not allowing them to do this. And Doll actually taking a 1v1 with funds, taking him down to very low amounts of HP, but does escape with his life. Fortunate enough for him, but it is looking like it's just going to be a mid-hold for the side of Brocante. We don't really see... I mean, Honey is actually still up on that Vaccinator, so they're going to be wanting to try and push this fast. They are shaping up to come through this toxic area, but they're just taking so much spam, it's not even worth it.
5 minutes left on the clock. You got to be feeling the hype in the air. I can feel like it's both of the teams are screaming at each other practically.
Yeah, I mean, in such a tense game, I mean, I think News and Co want to really just shut this down 2 maps to 0, but the side of Brocante are having none of it. They saw that even though this is not their map pick, they're doing so much better than they were in process. That sick one destruction that sort of went for the Wind Tunnel Tactics, but they're just not able to keep up that same standard on Reckoner, it seems.
Alright, so they've got the 100% Uber advantage, and you know that it's still better overall than the bubbles, and they get a free Pappy kill as well, so surely they want to make this push in. They get the Chris kill, but Chris even trays, and News actually picking off a Dream in that little toxic area. So they don't want to push for some reason. I'd still take the plunge, but I guess it's just scary, you know. 2-2, 3 minutes, enough time to lose a game really, but they dare, it seems, over on Wind Tunnel Tactics. Oh, zeSfrosty kills himself, deprives them of the joy. Now they make a push in.
I think that's their tactic right now, is just to throw in these Vaccinator bubble charges, just see what they can do, but there's so much damage coming out on the side of Red Team right now. Just Wind Tunnel Tactics can't do anything, and Honey actually has fallen during that, so if they cap this second
it's just Chris. Chris!
Oh my god!
He did it! He's got a
3K! Oh my god, he takes down both the like big classes, 2 scouts and a soldier, and just doing great.
Easy in my opinion.
He doesn't need to be on his main class. He can play any class to a high standard. Like, this man is absolutely nuts.
Wow, I mean, that was in the bag for Brocante, and Chris just came in and like 5 meat shots I counted. Oof. That was a trip to the deli.
Yeah, just serving up some prime
meat.
Prime meat right there. Yeah, just having absolutely none of it. But we do see a slight Uber advantage on this side of Brocante, but it doesn't even look like they care. Untitled Tactics trying to push in here as News does fall, but they do get to the counter frag onto Dream. zeFrosty doing a big bomb onto the combo, not able to really get anything out of that, but
trying to get the pressure off.
Like they're just going to have to back up, but we do see a soldier actually is behind.
Not like this.
Clem on the back cap, just completely distracting them, making them go 2 places at once. Honey hasn't even got Uber charge yet, but he's having to hightail it back onto their last, and if they're fast enough, they can maybe catch him out.
2 minutes left. They haven't even got Uber charge ready. Raf does. Yeah. And Raf wants to go to last. Yeah. But he's going to have Uber charge now, Honey.
Yeah, Clem not able to win the 1v1 versus Funds, but Funds just doing big work. Yeah, and there's nothing they can really do here. They just need to sort of get back out. They've got 2 down. Need to sort of wait for their respawners to come in rather than just force their hand right now.
All right, Chris goes aggressive and pays the price. Wanted to get that Elicore. Like we talked about earlier, he's really been bullying Elicore throughout the first match, and he's keeping the routine on this second map. It's match point, or get match point, I should say, for Untitled Tactics. 2-2, 1 minute left, and I don't think they can really win the round anymore. This is going to be a golden cap, I think.
Yeah, I think unless Brocante makes something out of this, it's going to go to the golden cap, or at least assume that's how we're playing it. But we do see Elicore sort of shaping up to see what he can maybe do, just placing a few traps in there, seeing if maybe. Oh my God, Dream going in for the big launch, but not able to get anything, and Clem getting that big combo of Funds and Chris just completely denying them there. The 2-man sack coming out from the side of Brocante, but even then, they don't even want to push out and take the second point. They're taking absolutely no risks whatsoever, not popping off that Uber charge unless they 100% have to.
I'm surprised I haven't seen any sort of alley bombs there. I mean, 50% of the time it works every time.
Yeah, exactly. Right? I mean, if your name's Ali, it works 100% of the time, but yeah, they do seem to be taking this Uber charge in. Honey getting a very much better Uber out there, holding on for so long, and Raf, it looks like they just want to back out, and this is looking pretty dire for them now. They're just going to have to go in, despite having no picks here, try and find that sentry gun of Funds and take down the Chris Heavy, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it unless they come out with a
lost News. That's a big pick for this last hole. Pappy's coming back as sniper, getting really desperate. He does actually come back as soldier now, but Chris, Funds, the sentry gun, the 7th man, the MVP, the shotgun in 2017.
It was too much for them, to be honest. Yeah, the 7th man really coming up big, getting 2 picks on that last
1
point.
HP sentry gun as well.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate when that happens, but
all right,
in the end, we're going to go to a golden cap.
Yeah, I think we got some highlights as well. And this time, these are ones. Oh, that was a nice one. That was a nice highlight. That the Pappy drop. Even Honey capping off that point there, single-handedly, practically.
And is this actually the first golden cap that we've had?
Oh, that was a nice shot. Sorry to get you off.
That crazy spy player, he was just standing behind him on that last point.
The air stab.
Exactly, yeah.
The air stab.
I mean, if you can't get air shots, you might as well go for the stabs, yeah.
Don't get them every day. So, well, what does this mean? What does it mean, zeFrosty? 2-2.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign that Brocante are still in it. I mean, even though their map pick didn't work out for them, I mean, they're definitely doing so much better on this Reckoner map.
I mean, if you were in the locker room now for Brocante and you're talking to your guys, what motivating words would you have to say to them? What is the game plan? What is the motto for this team right now?
You might need to borrow your phone and use the Google Translate assistant there just to try and figure out what they're saying. But you know, actually, it does seem more. I mean, sort of seem to believe in themselves.
Hi, Dashner. How's it going?
Hello.
Yeah. You can tell Dashner's been drinking wine all day.
Yep, definitely.
He's pretty happy. It's the only reason we could bring him here. It's probably the wine. But I think he's just hyped for the golden cap. Everyone's hyped for it. These players there.
Does look like
typing messages to their mums, to the dads.
I did it. I'm nearly in the final.
Yes.
But
watch me pound some nerds.
Yeah. I guess on the contrary, what would you be saying to Brocante right now? I mean, I was pretty useless at giving any advice. So what would you be saying to them? Try and motivate them in this situation.
That Rocky Balboa, the 6th one?
Yeah.
The one where he's doing that motivating thing to his son, where he's like,
oh, the classic speech.
Yeah. inspirational speech. You and me and nobody.
It's not about how many punches you can take. It's how many you can take and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think hopefully soon we should be going into this golden cap. So
I should probably move those tissues.
Maybe
it was a very fun game. That was all.
Just getting a little bit too excited.
Yeah.
The Chris 3K was just too much for you. You couldn't handle it.
But exactly. Yeah. I mean, clean up.
Yeah, it does look like they've actually started the game. So, what are your predictions for this? Who do you think is going to be taking this round?
My head says wind tunnel tactics, but my heart says Brocante.
Do you want to see that third map? You want to go the full length? Get them in as interesting a cast as possible, I guess. I mean, it would be the second best of 3 going to all 3 maps. We hope to see that Garanery maybe get some crazy plays out of that as well. Yeah,
alright, so they're all joining
in. Just sit here awkwardly. Yeah, everyone's.
I know. I feel like I'm ready for like a roller coaster ride. Like I'm just waiting.
Just sitting.
The guy
here,
needs to come by, like buckle me in, and we're just gonna go straight into the game.
Yeah, I mean,
I never really asked you about your prediction.
My prediction. I think it's going to be a close one, but the way that Brocante are playing, I think they've got this in the bag. To be honest, they've been looking really strong on that last push. They were just about there.
French bias on the cast.
Yep.
Today. Yeah, it's good. It's good. You got to go where you gut.
Yeah, I mean, the guys at Wind Tunnel Tactics has definitely been playing strong, but if this is their map pick and it's gone to a golden cap, they might be feeling a bit shaky. And it seems like if Brocante can just convert one of their last pushes, they've had quite a few attempts on this last. Just need to work around this Chris Heavy and the Vaccinator, then they can potentially do it. I think that's really what they've got to be focusing on, is that combination.
I wish I had more wise words for them, but I got nothing.
You got nothing?
You can start the golden cap, says the console. Yes, yes, teams, you can start the golden cap.
I don't know if we'll have time to get it up on stream, but we can maybe have a quick look at the logs, because it does look like they've started, so we can maybe quickly do it.
It's a bit cheeky.
Bit cheeky. All I'm going to say is Elcor pounds. That's all we'll have to say about that.
I think I spent so much time trying to get all the thingamajiggies loaded.
Yeah, there's no point.
Try logs. We'll see if I can hunt them down.
I don't think we have time to show them on stream.
But do we not have time? All right.
Just say Elcor did a lot of damage. So if
okay, well they've actually got the. Wait, no, that's the previous logs. That's the old logs. Dashner's like shooting daggers at me now. I'm sorry, Dashner. I couldn't get it to load. The internet went down. See, now you're back to my ugly mug now. As punishment.
Either way, it does look like most of the players are in the server here, so we should hopefully be starting soon. I think, I think those mids where Elcor was getting sort of hung out to dry, if they can focus on maybe going that left side, it was working much better for them. Brocante are going to take this.
All right,
definitely going to have to work on this.
We can go to logs now, if you want to, Mr. Dashman. Please. All right. See.
And as soon as the logs have been loaded,
the
game has
to go
started.
to the game. Well, technically we fulfilled our promise here at teamfortress.tv. If you're just joining us, this is our Gamers Assembly coverage 2017. We don't break promises here. We just fulfill them very haphazardly.
But yeah, it does look. I'm going to be watching Elcor on this, but he's getting some good damage, but takes loads of spam damage from News there, just getting absolutely slammed. And the rest of his team are actually looking very in a bad situation. Clem getting dropped by News, and the bomb from Pappy taking Alien down. And he's going to chase, but Raf getting a nice arrow off onto Pappy, completely denying that bomb, just making sure that he can keep that Uber charge and stay alive on last. But it's all down to Dream to protect him here and make sure that he gets the super charge up in time.
Alright, so good start for Wind Tunnel Tactics. I mean, it seems like an emotional team, bro, so taking the first good mid is really going to snap them back to reality, make them feel like that they can't just feel good about the game roundabout now.
Oh, but
it's all a mind game as well as a very TF2 game.
Yeah, we did see Alien actually up on the sniper there, taking the head off of Pappy's shoulders, stopping them going for that push. And yeah, we do see this. He's actually come back up on Spy right now. Going to see if he can get some sort of sneaky cheeky peek into the middle there, uncloaking.
The sneaky cheeky, I like it.
Cheeky
I like it.
Yeah. But actually, he's on the Invisawatch, so if he's not quick enough, then he might get spotted out. It does look like...
I know, he's in a position that he might have to... if he's going to go for the sneaky, cheeky, peeky,
Whatever,
he has to... He might have to use his rooty tooty point and shooty.
Yeah, it does look actually he's advancing onto Honey right now. He's coming through that shutter
he's
door.
Going in.
And
he's not the wiser. He got the stab. Oh, he almost got the double stab onto News as well.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Inviswatch gets things done.
Yeah, that's
quickly.
What you really want to see. I mean, getting the crucial pick onto Honey, and this is putting his team in such a good position now. It does look like they're going to be trying to push out this lobby, but actually Doll falling, but the Raf not opting to use the 100% overcharge advantage that they have right now. Just taking it back to last and seeing if they can hold on to it. zeFrosty gets in with a big bomb and forces off that overcharge and makes out with his life.
Scouts on last. Need to dedicate somebody. Oh, nice shots coming out from Alien. Oh, he even finishes off Chris as well on the contesting on that last point. I mean, on the bright side, they do draw some players back, so it will make the push out quite difficult for them.
Yeah, Raf actually going down in the midst of that fight, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any heals on the side of Brocante on the second point, so they're going to have to get some good position after capping this point, or else the repush from Wind Tunnel Tactics is just going to completely stop them. But it does look like the Wind Tunnel Tactics coming in deep here, getting down Elcor, getting down Doreen, really putting himself in a good position here. Honey looking like he really wants to take some good position in this midpoint, and we do see here Chris peeking in top left right now, while the rest of his team going in the right side, focusing down the point, and all of Brocante are actually having to get on the point right into Newsy Stickies, and this is looking really good for Wind Tunnel Tactics.
Oh, it's
that's it.
It's they actually got it.
Yep, that's
well
it.
Well done. GG.
GG coming out from the teams there. That was really close, but no, a great performance from Brocante, to be honest. I mean, only just slipping up on that last one there, not quite as strong as they have been. Alien putting in massive work, keeping that alive, but unfortunately Raf going down in there was the nail in the coffin for Brocante.
Yes, yes. I mean, I guess we could spend some time and look at some of the logs from that thing, but I'm not really too comfortable like having a look at the
golden cap
logs. The golden cap logs, because really you can't really pull much information. It's not too fun. It's like really the span of what, just a couple of minutes that went by in that game. Yeah. To be honest, like less than 4 minutes as well. It would have been interesting to see the whole dynamic of like because it was a timed golden cap as well, so it would have been mid. The person who held on to mid would have won it, and usually that calls for some. Well, it would be a nice throwback to how TF2 once was.
Yeah, I think sort of the older style of it being. I mean, the newer style of it being
having that heavy weapons guy in mid, those engineers in mid, teleporters.
That would just be a nightmare. I think if I was casting that, I would just go home. To be honest, just that's over. If they're just going to be sitting on mid, there's no point. But yeah, that's it over. It's Wind Tunnel Tactics advancing through to the up like just the grand finals against
no surprises here. It's what everyone predicted. It's what everyone guessed.
So far.
It will be the Brits versus the Elite Frenchies. So I've been TurboTabs. Been with me has been zeFrosty. He wants to say his name.
I want to say my name.
Okay.
I'm zeFrosty.
Okay.
That's me.
And I'm TurboTabs. All right. Well, and we've also had a dashner on production and Kaya on camera. I feel like I don't say their names enough, so I'm gonna, I guess, forgive my sins and do it now. Yep. Anyway, we'll be right back. We're probably gonna do like an interview or something like that after. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. Either way, we need a break. We'll be right back. See you soon.